Hello! Welcome to the table. I already have giggles beside me. It's wonderful. Welcome back to whatever this show is.
Wow. Whatever this show is.
No, it's great to be here with you guys tonight. I am so excited to dive in. How's everybody doing tonight?
Is that
Good.
a serious question?
There is a little bit of a serious...
Because I have a lot going on, so like we have some time to go through.
Perfect. Good. So I apologize, first of all, we're trying different things, new sound stuff, so if there's
pointed at a lapel mic.
There's a little bit of...
See,
He's not apologizing for Yosemite National Park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see
I don't, yeah. Sorry about Yosemite.
He apologizes for himself.
not sponsored by Yosemite National Park.
I apologize for
I
that.
apologize for all of this. Great! Before we begin, let's open up the records for review. Not The View. That's a different show. In the final weeks leading up to their mission in Prakstrania, Eta Squad completes their training in Dekravos. On the journey to the city, they ruminate on the past few weeks as they find their place within the squad and Falstat at large. The reminiscence is cut short by the lights of Prakstrania. All of C8 was joining Eta Squad for the final step in basic training, before moving on to varied locales under control of the Empire. Eta Squad is given their own bunk and is set on patrol near the old city. On one of these patrols, Kriqit meets a kind stranger who lives close by to the street corner the young Skilf must guard. During one of their conversations, a scream is heard in the direction of the old city. An old man sits on a park bench reading a newspaper. The chilly air is blessedly warmed by the sun over the city of Destershad. His eyes flick up and down the pages in front of him. He's read this story multiple times, but seeks to put the disparate pieces together. Once again, he starts at the headline. Explosion in Bast, investigation continues. On February 5th, an explosion rocked Riverside Avenue in North Bast at Riverway Cafe. In the weeks since the blast, investigators are still baffled by the cause. While some believe it was likely a gas leak, police say the likelihood of someone not smelling the odor is 0 to none. In a press conference, Deputy Harold Lowell stated, "The amount of gas to cause this type of explosion would have been noticed by everybody inside that cafe. They're lucky to be alive." A number of survivors' names were officially released. A waitress at Riverway, Ulyana Veska, was able to give a statement at the press conference. "I was certain I was going to die, but the flames were pushed away. I believe I owe my life to the young man who was in the cafe that day. He did something. Protected me and a few others. After the explosion, I lost track of you." Police have asked for any information on the young man seen by eyewitnesses on the day of the explosion. He is described as a Caucasian male with dark hair and brown eyes, approximately 5 foot 10 inches. And another man sits down on the park bench, keeping his eyes forward as the older man continues to pore over the newspaper article. "I'm glad you contacted me, old friend," Petrio Valensky says, his eyes still forward. "You're not much younger than me, Petrio," the old man replies, a smirk on his lips. "Are you staying in the city for some time?" the Duke asks. "No. I plan to travel to Bast." The explosion. Last time an action like this was taken, a war tore Iona to shreds. "I need to know the truth," the old man replies, finally looking up from his newspaper. "I would expect nothing less," Petrio comments. "Would you have time to come for dinner at the palace?" "Viola would be very delighted." "That's very kind, but I have a train to catch." "I appreciate you meeting on short notice," I entrusted all the records to Declan in the event I don't make it back, the old man says, looking down at the newspaper. He's lodging at the bookstore. I'll send him any updates and have him let you know what I find. Why not send the boy? Surely you deserve a little rest, old friend. Petrio states, no humor in his voice. Despite this, the old man chuckles. He may be my grandson, but he didn't inherit my adventurous spirit. I believe you mean stubbornness. The men laugh before a silence falls between them. This feels all too familiar, Petrio. If they blame Adelia for this action, we'll lose Bartolon as an ally this time. Falstat is well versed in these operations. Silence again. I have talked at length with Her Highness on these possibilities. In the event of another conflict, I will lead our forces in her stead. She is her father made over, but she is not trained in combat. The old man looks at Petrio, the Duke's eyes forward again. It's apparent the Duke is talking to himself, and so the old man remains silent. After a few minutes, he tucks the newspaper under his arm and stands, looking at his pocket watch. I must get to the station, he says, as Petrio stands as well. The old man stands with his arm extended for a handshake. Petrio looks down at the outstretched hand before pulling the old man in for a hug. The Duke whispers, "Come back soon. I've lost too many friends." As they step away from the embrace, the old man's eyes reflect the sun as they fill with tears. Our brothers are resting, Petrio. We work until it is our time. They clasp forearms before the old man turns quickly and walks away, his age not slowing his gait. The Duke of Saldor watches the man until he vanishes from sight. He sighs and begins the walk back to Huxley Palace, feeling much older than he did a scant few minutes before. Thanks for joining us for episode 9 of Welcome to the Table. And we're back. March 9th, 617 AC. Richard Wermond and Anfin Modvedev are sprinting towards the sound of screaming in the direction of the old city. As they turn the street corner, a gunshot rings out, followed by a number of shots close by. The men instinctively duck behind a car as they spot the sources of the noise on the old city street. Two groups of men have turned the street into a battlefield. A woman is lying on the street, holding her hand over a bleeding wound. I can get to her! Can you cover me?
Yeah, I'll cover you.
Give me a logic check, Rick.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
That is 11.
11. Okay, so you have a few options as you kind of look around this place. You could, quickest thing, is you could give him cover fire with your weapon. You guys are behind this car currently, and it is unlocked. You could, the next quickest thing would be to like pop it in neutral and use it as cover, or you could try to start it, but you don't have a key, so that would take the longest.
Pop it in neutral and push it.
Okay. So you kind of climb in, and Richard kind of gets the like, he's kind of walking alongside. You kind of open the door and kind of steer this thing, and like, so there's two sets of men that are on this street. One, like, you know, you guys are sort of on the one side, guys here, and you start moving this car. The woman's kind of sitting right here, like holding her leg where she was shot. And they're all ducking behind different cover, not really noticing you guys too much, but with the crossfire that's hitting, it like hits the window, like busts one of the windows. You both kind of duck down, but he kind of stays towards the front of the car and just kind of like walks along with it as you move this thing up. The sound is like really deafening in here because all these guys, normally a lot of the citizens would not be allowed to have weapons, but all of these guys are firing it at each other. You guys do hear this noise in the distance. You are not as close to Kriqit. So what I want everybody to do is give me a d4. Use a d4 for this. And I want you to roll. Whatever you roll, that is how many rounds it takes for you to get. It's sort of randomized where you're at on your patrol. Okay?
I got a 4.
Haha, yes.
I also
One.
got a 4.
I don't.
One.
Okay. Okay.
Only time I've ever wished for a 1.
So, Kriqit, you kind of get this car in front, and you see this woman, probably early 20s, somewhere around there. And like Richard kind of like picks her up and like holds her a little bit. He's like, he asked you, should we put her in the back seat or?
Yeah, put her in the back seat. I'll get this thing started.
Okay. So he kind of opens the door, and he lays her in. He doesn't go in the car. He just kind of puts the woman in there and just like sticks down and just keeps watch.
Yeah. Stay down. I'm in the wires now.
Okay. So let's do it this way. 2 seconds here. So at this point, no crossfire hits you guys on this round. What you can tell, one of these groups, as you're kind of like looking, one of them is much like they're wearing. I guess the best way to put it is nicer clothes, and the other group kind of ratty street clothes.
They all look like civilians.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no uniforms, no nothing like that.
And when you say nice, you just mean like cleanish clothes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Lydia, you arrive running around this corner, and you see the scene before you.
And so I come in and there are 2 groups fighting. I'm seeing.
Yep.
What were we instructed in situations like this?
You guys are peacekeepers. That's the goal. So
Enemies necessary.
Keep the peace.
So were we told to shoot if people were shooting?
not given specific instructions, but I mean you do have the license to
Yeah,
at
we
this
were given
point.
the okay to kill somebody.
Okay,
Keep the peace.
Who looks like the biggest threat to keeping the peace, I guess? Like, who has the biggest guns?
So the guys that are essentially the like even there's like some guys like in suits that are in this one side,
That's so weird.
and the other guys are kind of just a ragtag group of what look to be just civilians. Give me a logic check.
T. 12.
So you kind of you're looking at both of these groups. The men that are sort of a ragtag group, you do notice that somewhere on them they have excuse me. Oof. Oh, perfect. They have like somewhere on their body is the color green.
Would I know what that means?
In this context,
And these are the
Okay.
well-dressed people.
no.
The ratty people.
Ratty.
Are we hearing like different accents, or are they all the same accent?
They're all the same accent.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to try to scream out over the fire and point at. I'm assuming that the people with the green bands are a rebel group, so I'm gonna shoot.
Okay.
But before I do that, I'm going to say,
First
and then
instructions, like,
Yeah.
by the authority of the military, stop and cease fire this instant. And I'm going to shoot.
Okay.
Ceasefire!
just like America.
Stop shooting!
It's like Edavaria.
Oh, that's
Edinburgh,
crap.
just like Edinburgh.
7.
Still a success.
Okay.
Numbers don't matter.
So go ahead and roll. Yeah, roll your
Okay.
damage.
Except when they do.
That's a D20 plus 4.
Numbers don't matter until
Right?
they do.
No, that's a D20.
D20 and a D8. Yeah.
Okay, that's 19 points of damage.
Okay. Kind of firing into the crowd, essentially.
I'm firing to whoever I can identify as like the leader.
Sure.
Almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you're yelling and you shoot, like some of them kind of notice and duck down, and they.
Who's this lady?
Do you know? Yeah, you know Ilonian and Avakian.
Yeah.
So both groups kind of look in your guys' direction, and the guys that are sort of in the nicer clothes, they look at you and nod and yell, "It's Falstat!"
Do I believe them?
No, I should explain. The guy looks at you, turns towards the other guys, and says, "It's Falstat!"
It's false.
Did he say it like this is good, or did he say it like this is bad?
Well, he nodded at Lydia before turning.
Okay. I don't know what this means. I'm struggling so much.
Well,
like,
let's think.
as in-
Where's our position of power right now? You know, we're up
Yeah.
there.
So
we're
did he seem like he was
we're with
on
the
my
fancy
side?
people,
I'm confused.
And we're killing the rebels. That's where we're at.
They did not point their guns at you after
Yeah.
he said
Okay,
that.
fair.
Yeah, they're
I'm-
trying to get their freedom, and we need to suppress them. So
Yes.
we're against the rebels.
That's why I'm assuming we're shooting the rebels.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to.
Also, the people in suits could be the CIA.
I am going to. Yeah, I am going to. Is hide something that I have to pay wherewithal for? Like, kind of like get,
What
or
a
is that
smart-
defending?
So it'd be, yeah, and
Okay.
then yeah,
I'm going
we'll
to
use it
defend-
kind of as a
One of the rebels
defense.
I'm
is
gonna
Sweetle, maybe that
defend,
once
Okay.
reminded me of my mother.
And continue to observe
affects there.
throughout
Okay.
the next round. I don't know if that's something that I
Okay.
have to do, but I'm going to defend.
Sounds good.
For sake of theater of the mind,
Yes.
then what is the street running like north-south? Just for directionally, like where we're gonna be located, or does that not matter?
I mean, I didn't think about that. We can make it up.
If we're coming in.
Because like
Sure.
I'm assuming we're gonna be coming from different angles.
Sure. You're coming in. You'd be coming in from the west side of the street.
All of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if at the west, the old city is kind of over on the east side of Prakstrania.
Gotcha. So, yep. So we're all coming in from the same side. I was worried about miscommunication.
Car.
Beep, beep.
So we're gonna just do another roll here.
This is Richard. And this is me.
Gosh.
All right. So Kriqit.
What's up?
Sick, I'm back to 90. This is great.
Actually,
Me too.
For now. No offenses.
Kriqit,
Yes.
you are going to
There's a car.
lose 9 IP as the shots ring out and they hit the side of the car again.
I'm alright. Richard, keep her down.
Is that round 2?
Yes. That.
Fine.
So did you want to do anything else on this one? This is round 2.
Oh, this is round 2.
One less than.
What did I observe in the last exchange? Are they still shooting at each other, I guess?
Oh yeah.
Do I see Kriqit?
You see the car with a guy behind. Like there's a door open. There's a man that's kind of at the and like kneeling behind the car. It would have been the direction that you were coming from.
Okay.
So, and he like looked at you, but didn't really like. He doesn't have a weapon in his hand.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say, I said cease fire, and then I'm going to shoot the rebel guy as I
Okay.
can. That's a success. That'll be 18 points of damage.
Oh, nice. Yeah, a few of them kind of scurry off.
I'm taking note of the directions that they went.
Okay, yeah, they're headed southeast.
Okay. I am going. Have they stopped firing now?
There's a few that are still there,
Okay.
Yep.
I am going to.
but a few kind of peeled off.
I'm going to move. I'm going to move, and get closer, but still try to like be behind a car or something that might be parked on the side of the road.
Okay.
And like just kind of trying to have something blocking me, not necessarily hiding or defending. But then I'm going to I'm gonna regroup so that way I can have full. Actually, I'll defend and then regroup because I'll have 3 left. So that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
And I'm also trying to assess the looks on the gentleman. If they want to speak to me, they're welcome to. Somebody tell me what the frick is going on?
It's okay. Morbid.
Oh, I
You would
arrived.
start. Yes, you're running up. You see this situation. You see Lydia crouched behind a car. You see this other car in the street, and a man sitting out. You can see there's a figure inside the car. By this point, Richard he's yelling to you. He's like, "How's it going? She's losing a lot of blood."
I mean, I'm trying to get it started. Here, take this gun. And I hand my gun to Richard.
He like looks at it.
Shoot it if you need to.
Yeah, I
Or
hear,
shoot her if you need to.
I hear Kriqit's voice in the car,
I don't know how to fix her.
losing a lot of blood, so I go running straight towards.
If only
the
Morphin
car.
was here.
Have no fear.
What's going on?
Where did you come from?
I heard shots.
Get down!
I'm in the car.
Why you're standing up?
Who is this?
And this is Richard. Say hi, Richard. This is Marvin.
Did you?
I don't know who the lady is,
Okay.
but she's
start-
bleeding. What?
He's like holding on to the wound.
I got it. I'll start triaging this lady.
Okay.
Doing what I gotta do.
We're peacekeepers, not medics.
She's a medic.
She has
Anything
to be a
to
medic
keep the
right
peace.
now.
So how's your watch going?
17 IP for the girl, for the lady,
Okay.
Miss Man.
Great.
Holding her together. Yeah. How bad does she look? Just
It was
Gunshot.
a shot at
Yeah,
a gunshot
yeah.
at the leg.
cool, easy.
Yeah.
That I will use the rest of my turn to look up through the car and take stock of everything, and I'll regroup from there.
Okay.
Do I actually? I'm specifically looking for Oliver yet.
Oh, okay.
I see
Gotcha.
Oliver yet?
Nope.
Okay.
You're not.
Bummer.
Is that 3?
Did you want to do anything on this
I was
turn?
regrouping.
You were regrouping? Okay, great. So, 4th turn. You two, and Oliver show up from different points coming into here, and taking stock of the situation. At this point, some of the most of the fighting's kind of moved down the street a little bit after Lydia's shots. They kind of retreated back a little bit. So you guys see this, and Lydia having her gun pointed on one group, and then the other guys are kind of funneling in a little bit this way.
So if this is the street,
Yes.
are we, is there one group here and one group down there, or are they on opposite sides of the street?
Here's our car.
Where are we in reference to the groups?
Street, or one side of the street, other side of the street. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So wall.
So you guys are coming in this way.
Yep.
These guys are the guys with the green armbands,
Okay.
Green. I have a green dot.
Supposed rebels, we
Mhm.
think maybe.
and then these guys over here are the the guys. Some guys in suits
And we're coming from here.
or worker
Where did I
clothes.
come from?
This direction, and you're probably over here at this point.
Okay. Right there?
Yeah.
So, Rock, Oliver, and I all came from the same direction.
Yes. Well, different things. You're guys coming onto
Right.
this street. Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Go
And
ahead.
there's buildings this way and that way.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. You got it.
How wide is the street?
It's a 1 lane each way, so it's not super wide.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything to gather?
Give me an instinct check.
The open sewer.
8.
So as you're running, there's plenty of gas lamps, so you could probably pull from some of those from the flame, wherever it's lit.
Okay. Okay. And this car is blocking me from the shooting.
You're not right behind it, so
Right.
yeah.
But as far as the car is
Correct.
between me
Yes.
and those people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are both of them taking shots at us, or where were those bullets coming
The bullets, if in the crossfire, it's always coming up this way. These guys are pointing down this way. These guys are pointing more this way.
Okay.
So any crossfire's coming from those guys,
like
really.
that.
Yeah.
Crossfire.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
I'll
I'll
90s kid.
you bet. Anytime. I'll run past a gas lamp and gather some fire, and hide ish
Okay.
behind the car with Morbid and Kriqit. So that was 3 points to gather. And I'll just breathe to regroup
Okay.
without skipping a turn.
Great.
Are we counting movement, or can I just go over there?
Yeah, we are gonna still count the movement a little bit. Yeah.
So I have to spend points.
Yes.
It's 1.
Mhm.
1 point.
Here's Oliver.
Oh,
Or you
I
already have one. Great.
I don't use D4s. I never pull out my knife. I'm a pacifist.
Yeah, I'll go over here. Draw my gun, point it at whoever's closest to me, and say, Falstat says put the guns down.
Oh yeah, I'll say that too when I have the fire in my hands.
And I'm gonna fire.
Who are you shooting at?
Whoever's
Looks like
closest
I'm
to
gonna
me.
kill a baker's
Like
dozen.
the suits.
Okay. All right.
Oh no, I don't trust the suits. I think they're CIA. I pass, and then
AIA, billion.
listen. If they want to pull out badges, I'll gladly look at them.
Nope. The FBG.
11.
So you fire in the direction, and it hits like a stoop in one of the buildings that a guy's kind of crouched down by. He looks at you and yells in Ovaknian, "What are you doing?"
Who did he shoot at?
The suits.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on. I just got here. I'm not metagaming. I'm here. Ask questions
fighting.
later.
Anything else on your turn?
I'm going to defend a regroup.
Okay, sounds good. Oliver is going to move up,
Hey, buddy.
sort of in this direction. And he's
Out in the open,
Purpose.
like a fool.
like looking as he's running, trying to assess the situation. Where are you looking right now?
I'm looking through the car towards the fight.
Okay. So really, he can see. The only person he can see is Rock running this way, Yana going that way. You guys are inside the car, but he does see Lydia, so he's kind of heading in your direction, a little bit behind your cover. See some more movement, kind of there. What's going on?
Not sure. Told them to cease fire. Green armbands, suits. Not sure who's the good guys.
He looks around. At that point, you do see your periphery, the red hair, kind of going behind some cover. He's got his pistol out, and Oliver says to you, "Anybody hurt?"
Just someone over there in the car, but I think Morphine has it.
He looks over, and notices everyone else. So he just points his gun and just holds position at this point. We'll take it back to the top.
Did I get a turn?
I'm sorry.
That was your regroup?
No, that was
No, I think we passed the regroup.
Yeah,
It
we
was
did.
regroup.
Go ahead.
So,
Yep.
I am going to yell out. Not sure who's who, but looks like the green bands are rebels. And then I'm going to continue to shoot at them and any ones that are trying to run. I'm trying to shoot one of the guys that's farther away. So
Sure.
hopefully he'll leave a blood trail and we can follow it later.
Okay. Good stuff.
Shoot to kill. Okay, that's a success, and then that'll be 25 points of damage.
Woof. Nice. Yeah, you definitely, and you're careful with your shot. You don't kill somebody. You wound a guy that is running away.
Mm-hmm. And then...
kind of stumbles as you kind of hit him in the back of the calf.
Okay, and then I am going to... How far away is he at this point?
I'd say probably 12 hexes.
Great, I'm going to start pursuing.
Okay.
I'm pursuing him, and then I'm gonna move and start following him in a zigzaggy pattern.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move twice and catch up to him.
Okay.
Yeah. And then as I go, I'm going to shoot one more person on the green side.
Okay.
So that'll be after. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. And that's a success with 15 points of damage.
Ooh, all right.
Someone else.
About this point, about half of them, there was probably, at your best estimate, because it was hard to tell as they're behind cover and things, there's probably 15 guys. About half of them have run away.
Got it. I'm following the guy that I shot.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm gone. And I'm going to keep pursuing on my turn.
Okay.
As long as it takes to keep up and possibly apprehend.
Sure.
So.
Oh man.
Which direction is the base?
It would be, probably Talking probably about a half mile west.
Towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Has Kriqit successfully started the car yet?
Give me another logic check.
At this point, start the car to
Yeah.
drive down the road.
Oh!
Alright, that might be a failure. Yeah, that's a
I
failure.
mean, I would hope that the lowest possible roll is a failure.
That is a failure.
Soon it will not be.
Yeah, you like doesn't think it's smart.
Doesn't make sense.
I've been trying for 3 turns now.
Oh no.
Trying for literally 10, 15 seconds maybe.
Ah,
So frustrated.
what am I gonna do?
I guess I'll, unless you're doing something.
I will shout. I will stick my head out of the car, or like back out of the car. Look over at Oliver, and I'm shouting, "Run back to base! Get the Reshik and back up!"
He nods.
That's her accent.
I definitely just had an accent.
Oh, okay. I wasn't listening.
Clearly. Okay. Yannick will. Okay, so did the rest of the rebels run away, or are some of them still fighting? You said
There's
half of them right
Yeah, there's about half
Okay.
of them there.
Seeing the guys in suits and them not shooting at us,
Mm-hmm.
Yannick will assume that they're coolio. So I'll spend, since I just breathed, I'm back at full WP,
Nice.
and I'll spend some points to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 5 plus alacrity or 6 plus alacrity?
6 plus
6 plus 11.
Okay, so that was 5. So 6.
I like that he looked at me.
I know, right? I mean, let's be honest.
They took a lot. They can keep track of ability.
And then, so that was 1.
She knows
point.
these rules way
Oh,
better than I
and-
do.
It's
a
true.
second
She's
point,
like talking about
um,
like all the history.
To move a little close. Is there any type of like cover in this street?
No, there is not.
Is there anything flammable behind them?
Behind them. Give me an instinct check.
7.
I mean, the whole street, even down here, is lined with those gas lamps. And then, like, there is a. You want something to set on fire, or you want to pull fire?
Something to set on fire.
Okay, gotcha.
To like
Understood.
create to keep them from running away.
Sure. There is, like,
Without doing too much damage to the town.
yeah, there's like a work, sort of like,
When do we care about
it would
that?
be like a next to a
Yeah,
construction
your
site,
paycheck.
or like where they're working on something,
Oh, damn it.
a like cloth tarp
Oops.
that's over
Okay.
some
Civilian
tools.
Great. I'll release my gathered fire aiming for that.
Okay.
But like right behind them so that they get some heat too.
Sure. Okay.
So that is 14.
So you do that, and go ahead and give me the damage.
And I rolled 17 or 18 damage.
So you light this on fire, goes up in flame, and
Surrender!
the one guy yells, and like looks at the pallet and dives as the one gas can inside of this thing explodes, kind of like shooting shrapnel out. And he kind of dives to the side, and it like busts some windows as the sort of this small little fireball just.
Come on, with your hands up!
You guys hear some of the guys from the suits yell. Trying to figure out exactly what to say here. Give me 2 seconds.
Tricky. It's tricky.
It's tricky.
Welcome to
He
our
has to
world.
say the right thing.
He has to say the right thing.
And what accent to use?
That's fun enough.
There's two in that language.
You know the deal.
Suits.
yelling at you guys.
Oh, at us.
What's the deal? We don't know it.
I'll use 3 more points to gather the fire I just created to like put it out, but have it at the ready in case they do something untoward.
I'm still pursuing that one. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't catch you running off in that direction. I should say the suits didn't see you during the firefight.
Gotcha.
And a lot of these other guys have run away at this point after that explosion. But there is some of those guys kind of stand out. Some of the suits stand out, kind of blocking your guys' path. But we'll catch back with you guys. Lydia.
I'm going after this guy, and I'm gonna like tackle him straight on. Like if I catch up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me a bravery check.
Oh gosh.
Oh, she's not brave, guys.
I am not brave.
No.
No.
Well, 7.
Yes.
7. I'm somewhat brave.
So, thoughts?
No, I don't.
The thoughts
I-
of
She's pretty brave then.
what am I doing? I don't know
That's a
where I'm
six.
going.
Oh,
There could be
I thought
more
that
of
was
these
a-
guys,
Yeah.
but you just did it out of instinct to chase after this guy to track him down.
How far away am I from the crossfire when I catch up to him?
Probably a block and a half away.
Okay. Yeah, I tackle him.
So you kind of push through those thoughts of I don't have any backup,
Death wish.
She does.
and you knock this guy to the ground.
Sword to the throat. Who are you and what are you doing?
She kind of just spits.
I press it up against his throat.
Falstat scum!
Who are you and what are you doing here? And I'm also keeping a lookout for any of his friends that might have gone this way.
I don't snitch.
I'm sure you don't. And then I slice his arm.
Just but a scratch.
And then, just like Morvid, he uses the sword to slice his own.
Yeah. He bites the cyanide tooth he has.
Give me 2 seconds. I just need to look at notes.
I said that so Nate can't do that now.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do that!
He can't kill all our hostages.
So what was your question again?
I said, who are you and what are you doing here? And he said, I don't snitch, and then I sliced his arm.
This is our territory.
Whose territory is us?
Burn gang.
Burn.
Son gang.
BYRN.
BYRN?
Gucci.
Gang. Okay. You will come peacefully. We are going to resolve this. Who are the suits?
Lodrisk.
Can you spell that, please?
Lodrysk. Lodrisk family.
Yeah. This is
Mafia.
Mafia situation? Yeah, this is gang. You know better than to cause open ruckus on the streets.
Facts.
Lay down your weapon.
Kind of drops his.
I kick it away. And then I'm sure we've been given some sort of rope or something,
Manacles, maybe.
maybe,
Handcuffs.
right?
Would you have that on your person?
If we were
I
out
was
on
gonna
patrol,
ask
then
if
yeah.
we would, because like if
If
we're
we were out on patrol, then
peacekeeper,
yes. Yeah.
but,
Yeah, I
like,
think you probably have maybe
manacle.
up. You probably would have some handcuffs.
You have
Okay.
a ball and
I
chain
grab him
in
by
your
the
bag.
collar and I kind of shove him against the wall, but don't hurt him. Make it very clear that I will slam his head into this thing if he moves. So much as moves the wrong. And I'm still looking out for his friends. And do I see anybody?
It's more of the sword that has him
Yeah,
frightened
yeah,
at this point.
Yeah. Do I see anybody?
No,
than him?
they bolted.
They bolted. Good. I'm going to tie him up with his hands.
By the way, I'm so sorry. I just need to back up because That was not how I wanted to pronounce that. It was Bjorn. Bjorn Gang.
Bjorn Gang.
Bjorn Gang.
With an
Still
O?
spelled the same?
Still spelled the
So
same.
not
Bjorn Gang.
Bjorn.
Okay.
B-Y-R-N.
Yeah,
Okay.
B-Y-R-N.
Bjorn.
Burn
Bjorn.
Gang.
Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Bjorn Gang.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
Bird
tie him up.
Gang.
Bird Gang.
Bird law.
I'm gonna tie him up and then
Okay.
I'm gonna keep him at my sword hold and we're gonna walk back the whole
Okay.
way. And I'm watching I'm watching everywhere else, making sure that there isn't gonna be someone that comes out of an alley and shoots me. And we're walking back, but I'm making him move. Like if he so much as moves, like I will hurt him.
Okay.
That's the roll, dude.
During this exchange, what are you guys doing?
I got questions.
Yeah. I'll gather the fire that I took around me like a ring of protection and just kind of turn back to the gray suits. Like, what is going on?
You guys better start
yeah,
answering
yeah.
questions.
I'll stand up and I'll
How many of them?
Again,
More
some of
than
them.
us, less than?
No, well, more than you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll stand up, start walking out front of the car, hands raised.
Do I get the
Obviously,
card started?
we're new here.
Nope.
We don't know what deal you're talking about.
This is low-risk family area. This is our turf.
Why are you trying to, like, destroy your neighborhood then?
You say long rust?
Kriqit, they will kill you. They will
Why?
shoot you in the face.
Because of their
It
dumb
is-
name?
It is because of low-risk mafia family that your city is kept safe. We
I
have
think it's
deal.
actually because of us that the city's kept safe.
Well, you seem to do a lot of damage for keeping things safe.
I kind of agree with him. I wasn't told about the Lodrisk family, so I don't know if
Just you wait till I get this car started.
I don't know if you haven't talked to the right people about getting your name out there to us, but like if we haven't heard of you, are you that important?
It will not go well for you if you step on our territory.
I mean, we stepped on your territory because there was shooting.
Is there like
That's
a
our
clear
job.
line?
We were just told to keep the peace.
They don't answer. They just keep a line in front of you guys.
We'll
So it's like the territory behind you then?
Kriqit. We'll
I'm
leave.
just asking. I want to know. If they want their territory respected, I need to know what that territory is.
I think that you guys clearly want to handle the rest of this, so that's okay. We're going to go back to our posts, but if we hear ruckus, our jobs are to report to the ruckus. So you'll see us again if you continue to cause ruckus.
Is it a big area?
I will physically remove.
I'm
Kriqit
sorry,
from the
sir.
scene.
I'm trying to figure this out. Like, what is your territory? Is it the whole city,
They're
or
not,
is it just
they're
part
not,
of the
they're
city?
not going to talk. They're not going to talk. We
It's
need to
just-
leave now.
Is there like a clear leader?
Not here.
This is not a very
These are
good
not-
system.
I'm
we need-
sure we can
we
find
need-
out from our
It's a
superiors.
We
bad
can leave.
system.
I'm sure we can find out from our
They're going to
superiors.
cut your hands off and put cement on your feet and throw you in the river. if
How's
you
that
keep talking.
protection?
Get him out of here.
Whichever one.
Yeah,
I'm still in the car.
He can't do it.
I'm
He
still
can't do
starting.
anything if I just try to grab him. So I'm just gonna grab him by the arm. and
You. By
walk back
the way,
to
I'm still starting this car.
I'm grabbing you by the arm and I'm pulling you out of
I'm
the car
in
and
the
I'm walking
car.
down the street.
I'm in this car. You're
what do I
not
have to
pulling me
roll
out.
to pull him out of the car?
will somebody
I am
help?
starting this car.
The Richard says to you guys as he's trying to like lift.
That's why I'm trying to
the
start the
woman
car.
up.
We need to get this lady to the hospital. Let me start this
There's
freaking car.
shrapnel in this street. You can't go anywhere.
I can go anywhere I want in this car. Let me start it. Ah!
It's out of gas.
Trying to
That's
start
why
a
it's
car that isn't yours?
Give me a logic check.
It's gonna be 2 ones again. I start the car. It's a pass.
I feel like you flip out, and I just want to do it. And then it finally just like
And then I immediately put it in reverse and I peel out of there. I'm not trying to you're not the purpose of the car. The purpose of the car, I'm saying as I'm leaving, is to get this lady to the hospital.
We're not an ambulance.
I'm gone now.
Is it just Kriqit?
We're not.
and the woman
It's
in the
Richard
car, or
too.
is
Richard's
Richard in
there
the
with
car?
It would be
person.
you,
We're trying to help
you,
this person.
Kriqit.
She got out of the car. She's in front of the car.
I did step out of the car.
Yeah, and he backed out.
There's
So
so much about this
Uh,
car.
Richard yells, "Your friend who is medically trained, she's not in the car."
But that's her problem. I'm already gone.
So I'm assuming we just immediately start walking back because we don't want to linger with these guys.
Where's Lydia?
So, yeah, Lydia's not back yet.
I shouted to you guys where I went.
I didn't hear what she said, but she shouted and ran. I'm assuming that she'll be okay. She can hold her own.
We should find out where she is.
I think we should get back to our posts,
She ran that way as I hold this fire still.
which is the opposite way of
And
our
I'm-
posts, correct? It's like deeper into the city that we're not.
A block or
Correct.
two.
Yeah.
And I'm just staring these suit guys down. And just like whichever one was speaking before about this is Lodrisk territory or whatever. I just glare with my fire. No more explosions.
It was not us who. Just goes silent.
And who was it?
One guy nods to the direction of where the green gang.
And are all of them gone at this point?
Yep.
Very well. If it happens again in your territory, the Lodrisk family will be held responsible. And I just douse the fire.
About this time, Lydia comes out of a side street, pushing a guy in front of her.
I got one for questioning. We'll take him to the Reshik.
Lydia, I'll run towards you. We're in a bit of a sticky
What's going on? What
situation.
have you found out?
This is much deeper than we can handle. I think you should hand the guy over to the suits.
Hand him over to them?
Yes.
One guy's walking in your direction.
Lydia, give him the guy.
Okay. Pushing him with the guy.
He kind of grabs him and throws him towards the other guys.
Don't kill him.
They don't say anything.
It doesn't. It's like this is little people, little problems.
And the nearby gas lamps will We're watching you.
They all kind of they don't leave. Like some of the guys just walk back, and one guy's leaning on one of the stoops, and the prisoner is brought out from. You guys don't know where they take him.
Does he look, as they take him, does he look afraid?
Probably that mixed with defiance.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can we?
Yes.
Son, why do you care so much about? I'm assuming we're walking.
Yeah.
Why do you care so much about the people's lives? They're causing trouble.
They're people.
They're causing trouble. Less of them on either side is better for us. I don't think neither of them seemed to accept
So we
the
should just
Falstat intervention.
kill everyone who's bad?
I didn't say kill them, but maybe not actively prevent their deaths. It's one less.
So let them just kill each other?
It's one less dude that's gonna
Let the whole
cause an
city burn.
explosion. Who's burning the city, Yannick?
I put it out.
Not you. Who started the explosions?
We
them.
don't really know.
One of them.
Exactly.
All right.
And
Well,
we
the less of
are
them, the
in
better. Is
charge
all I'm saying.
of keeping the peace.
I'm not talking about the citizens. We're
They're
trying to protect
citizens.
the citizens. They're not citizens. They're miscreants. They're gangs. This is gang warfare.
I know that.
And one of them, they're all
You have
hoity-toity.
gangs in Skald?
I wouldn't compare them to this. It's like it's like this. It's the snake jacket guys from Fallout 4, where it's just like or Fallout 3, where it's just like 3 guys in leather jackets. No, we don't have gangs in Skull. There's no gang warfare in a town of like 130 people. All I'm saying is that these people are not. These people are the driving force against Falstat integrating themselves into Prakstrania. Is that not our goal here?
Our goal
Bigger picture.
is peace.
Bigger picture.
We don't know
Peace.
what our goal is, bigger picture. We only know what we're told to do.
Why do you say told to do like that?
I don't know.
You don't
I
trust
felt like
our
doing
superiors?
airports today.
You don't trust our superiors? You think they're lying to us?
I think they're not telling us everything.
Well, sure, because stuff is confidential.
Like the fact that the Laudrisk family mafia was in charge of this sector.
Well, I think that might just be because they're not that important. They didn't feel the need to tell us.
They have weapons. No one is supposed to have weapons.
Which is why I'm saying, just let them kill each other. Because the more they kill each other, the less...
Walks.
It's gonna be!
I'm done.
They need to die! I know you have like a
I would have taken the gun that I kicked away from him. And two, as we are leaving, I make eye contact with one of the suit guys.
Yeah.
And I go, Falstat did you a favor today. Don't forget that. And then I walk away.
I'll start walking towards the hospital or wherever I think Kriqit would have taken the woman.
He doesn't know where a hospital's at.
Yeah.
He's
That's what I'm
20...
How do I not know where the hospital
He's
is?
20, he's 20 feet down the road, slammed into a stoplight, like slammed into a pole. You made it that far. How can he know how to drive?
I have
He's a
vehicle
kid.
proficiency.
He's a kid.
No, he can drive the car well.
Oh, that's true.
He can drive the car
Going
very
wherever
well.
I think Kriqit would have taken.
Doesn't have a license but can drive a car well.
Richard's in the car with me anyway.
That's
Ah.
what he would know.
You guys think I'm an idiot? I'm not an idiot.
No, you wouldn't know where the
We're not even
hospital
there.
I would know where the hospital is.
Richard would
That's
know.
rule 1 of this
Richard would
this
know.
thing that we have to do. This
Hospital?
No, like our watch. We have to know where the hospital is to take people to the hospital.
Is it?
Why not?
We're peacekeepers.
That's
Not,
part of peacekeeping.
we're not ambulances. You can be an
I should
ambulance.
say, you wouldn't know where like the nearest hospital was. Because Prakstrania is a big city. So to get there,
Big town.
Okay, fine. If Nate says I wouldn't know where it is, then fine. I don't
Thank
know
you.
where it is.
Thank you.
I can't.
There's a lot going on in your brain. I don't think nearest hospital is up at the top of the list.
I think it would be.
Fair enough.
I just walk back.
give me a logic check, Kriqit.
Back to our post it is. Freeze our butts
That's
off.
good.
10.
So as you guys are driving, like you're focused on what you're doing, and you think through the streets that you've gone on. You know that there's like a clinic nearby.
I'm gonna take her to the clinic. Then.
Okay. Because you don't know Prakstrania well at this point. Is really what
Yeah.
it comes down to. You've only been in the small parts of it. But so you kind of pull into this small little clinic, and Richard helps get the woman out. Give me a logic check, Marvin.
It's a veterinary clinic.
It has a big cross on it. This is a trick. Cricket.
you know this area a little bit with that stuff too. So you can make your way there.
Just a little bit later.
Yes.
As I walk the whole way.
It's not my fault you got out of the car.
As the rest of you kind of are walking,
Disobeyed
the sergeant. Let me look at the names again. Vladimir Zabroska.
Vladimir.
Yep. Ashik Zabroska is kind of, he's sort of making a beeline towards you with a number of other soldiers, and catches up And he says, Skill Finley told me of the situation. Is it handled?
In a sense, would have been helpful to know about the gang wars.
You went into the old city.
We heard
There was
gunshots
an
and
explosion.
screaming.
Maybe we'll have to have a word.
Not sure who incited the incident. Loders claims that it was Burn Gang. Bjorn Gang. Sorry. Working on it.
These things I need to know. It was outside of your jurisdiction. I'm sorry that you were pulled in. If there's violence in the streets, you have done well. Watch where you walk in the old city.
I told them that Falstat did Loders a favor today.
They certainly did.
Wait, who's here? Am I here?
You're here.
Oh, I thought this was just Morbid. And then she started. I'm just confused.
We're all here.
I'm just was several paces ahead of you because I was tired of.
No, yeah.
We're just...
He took a woman to the hospital that was shot. I was following him.
He acted on anger and did not listen to the group.
He was taking a woman to be treated?
Yes.
He could have injured
was.
somebody the way that he vacated the premises in a vehicle that was hijacked.
Commandeered.
Medvedev, sometimes you stick to the rules too much.
Sorry.
I'll start. I'll pass him, heading straight towards the clinic.
Flaw.
Would you like a mission report on today, sir?
Or
I'm gonna turn away and everything.
I'm ashamed of my comment, but it's what she would do.
That's what she would do. I'm sorry, y'all. She's a
No,
nerd.
and I was going to continue on with the thought because it was perfect, but then you turned away, and it was just funny. That's all.
So you assumed that you just give the mission reports, right?
No, I was told. I was told that we were just patrolling, and
Right.
so
Oh yeah, I guess
I'm
it
just
wasn't
asking
even
if
the
you
want
want a report on what
patrol
happened.
report.
If you can write out the detailed report and give it to me, that would be.
Homework.
That's right.
She loves it.
Have it to me by 7 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Was that the only injury casualty?
Quite a few of the. How do you say it? The
Bjorn.
Bjorn gang. They were wearing green armbands, and quite a few of them were injured.
They're not usually this active this close to Prakstrania.
If it concerns Falstat, I would also check local hospitals for men with gunshot wound injuries.
Not a bad idea, Alisat. Noted.
In the future, are we supposed to just ignore things that are coming from the old city? I'm assuming that's what the Lord Risk consider their territory.
Part of the old city, yes. I'm sure they would appreciate that we tread carefully. It's not a set rule.
Do we respect them?
They have helped keep the old city from, well, eating itself.
In some sort of way, sure. But the Iron Fist is here. I think that we can handle it more diplomatically.
Did you give yourself a nickname?
No, the Iron Fist is Falstat. The Iron Fist of the East. You didn't hear about that?
The posters.
Yeah, the
There's
posters.
posters everywhere.
They were in Skull.
We have a different nickname.
I was here to ask you what that is.
Here's a lesson, Medvedev. Sometimes you have to come up with creative solutions to problems.
I mean,
Falstat does not give the proper resources to Prakstrania. So we allow this to happen. It keeps the peace. It keeps everybody safe. I do not have enough men to police the old city. But you are more than welcome to go and be a vigilante.
It's not what
if you
I'm
prefer.
asking. If there's an if we're not supposed to go into the old city, I'm happy to oblige. You know me, I'll follow the rules. I'm just saying, Falstat has gotten where we are by ruling in fear, and they don't seem to fear us. They expected us to fear them, which I made sure that they knew that we did not. Now, if my head is found in the cafeteria, we'll know why.
While Lola plays.
Is that the going forward? We're supposed to stay out of the old city. Just let them handle their business. Is that what I'm hearing?
I would say, use your head.
Use
It's
it.
not a hard and fast rule. I cannot tell you.
Don't use it. Okay.
It's a little bit more hard and fast.
I appreciate.
I don't know how. Look, this is not Dekravos. We do things a little different here.
I see that.
Learn to adapt.
Yeah, I've just never been to a place where people don't respect the government, so
Monvadev,
which I'm trying to adapt.
you have a 3 a day tomorrow.
Laughing under his
Happy
breath.
about it.
It starts.
That wasn't a dig.
It starts now.
It wasn't a dig.
You must. You will not stop running until midnight tonight.
Mhm.
Go.
Yes, sir. Happy about it. It wasn't even a dig. I was just saying that's what I have to adapt to. People who don't respect the government.
You say as you run.
As he runs off.
Actually.
Actually.
Amazing.
Do
Do we all have to run?
you have some lip you want to give me?
No, sir.
Then you may walk back to base.
I would like to tack on to Lydia's report, though, since she ran in one direction.
That is true.
Do you
I
want
will need the
a
information.
written or an oral?
Written.
Great.
We will work on it together.
At the clinic, by the time I get,
Mm-hmm.
are Kriqit and Richard still there?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, they're both kind of sitting out in a waiting room. Rich, now you see. So Kriqit's there, and then this guy that you know who was, but he's got a wide brim hat, and he's kind of just twirling it in his hand, kind of shuffling it on the brim. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's just kind of sitting there.
Kriqit, next time I would appreciate to stay with the patient.
Whatever. And I go outside.
She alright?
Secondly, watch. He looks at Kriqit. They say she'll be fine.
Great.
Yes.
He said your name was Richard?
Yes. He holds it. Richard. Wait a
Nice
minute.
to meet you. I'm Morvid Bowen.
A squad mate of.
Yes. Thank you for taking care of her. You did the right thing.
The least I could do. I am not medically trained.
Well, you had enough knowledge to keep pressure on the wound, which saved her life, I'm sure.
You, do you know Kriqit well?
We've been squad mates for almost 5 months now. I interviewed him when he arrived at Dekravos. I know him Somewhat.
I don't think this anger was directed at. I think he's worried about this girl.
Yeah.
I think it affected him.
I would agree. I mean, he is sensitive, and he loves people. He just doesn't always know how to express that.
Why? He's so young.
Believe it or not, he volunteered.
And they allowed this.
Didn't ask a lot of questions.
My son is probably just a few years younger. He's a child.
I know. So is Kriqit.
Excuse me, No, I will stay. If you need to get back, or I can wait for her.
Thank you. Yes, I should probably return to base and take Kriqit with me. Hopefully we'll see you again, Richard.
Oh, yes, it would be a pleasure. Morford?
Yes. And I'll take my leave. You outside, or did you start walking home?
I'm outside. Let the car leaning against it. Arms crossed.
Thank you for taking care of her. And
Yeah.
bringing her here.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Nothing.
Remember when I said that I couldn't read minds with psychology?
Shows.
I kind of can. And I know that you're upset about something.
Oh, wow. You're really good, huh?
Are you angry with me?
Not just you.
With Rock?
With everybody. Y'all treat me like I'm an idiot. I'm just as important part of the team as everybody else. I pull my weight. Everyone thinks I'm so stupid that I need to be pulled along every inch of the way. I got this girl here. It was me. What'd you all want me to do? Wait for her to die? I'm done with this. And I start walking off.
I'll grab your shoulder. You did the right thing. And I'll let you go.
I walk back to the base.
Follow a few paces behind.
Rock Lake is running on the opposite block. You see him in the background. Hey, I'll take running over standing on a cold street corner.
So, you guys eventually make it back to base.
The bunks.
It is the wind chill outside. Rock, it's really cold now. I run.
Of course it is.
So you guys make it back, and you two and Oliver make it back first. And probably another hour goes by before Kriqit comes in the room.
We would have been working on the mission report.
Mm-hmm.
So
Have you cooled off at this point, or are you?
No,
Yeah,
I'm still ticked.
It's on it.
Not talking to anybody, just like going into my room and just laying down, facing the pillow.
So what exactly happened after I ran after the guy?
The Lodrisk family claimed that it was their territory, and that apparently there was some deal that we, I guess, should have known about, but didn't. Which checks out with what the sergeant said about
There's this weird
Old City being
unspoken
off
pact,
limits,
but not off limits if necessary.
I guess.
I don't understand.
That was the main thing. And they were wearing suits, and they were really obnoxious.
I noticed.
Oh, and I threatened them with fire, but maybe we should leave that out.
Believe that that's just like maybe we also leave out the fact that I have a hostage and gave it to them.
Well,
Or
I
should
thought
we put
about
that
that.
in?
I thought about
I
that.
don't know.
It might be good for them to know that they took a hostage. We don't have to tell them that we gave them a hostage.
I still think
They took a hostage. And at that point, we had stepped away. Maybe.
yes.
I don't know.
I will.
This seems like something big is going on in
I
this
would
town.
agree.
And I don't trust it. I don't trust our Reshik. Is that what Sergeant is? Reshik? Okay. I don't really trust him. He barely trusts us. I'm sure we're new. But I don't know. And like with our other mission, like, is this part of the stuff that we're gonna have to deal with?
Every city has its underbelly.
Oh, I know.
What is that supposed to mean?
He knows all of the
The
underbelly.
underbelly of Bost is messed up.
How so?
I don't want to get into it right now. Just
If we ever
Just
end up there,
know
you better give us all the
that
briefing.
there's some weird stuff that college students get into involving illicit substances. That,
Like
Yannick's,
the drug
Yannick's
trade?
thoughts of what an underbelly is.
Like the drug trade?
yes,
Okay. So they took a hostage.
they took a hostage.
Love it.
Yeah, there's.
Did we do the right thing?
I don't know.
This is all very confusing.
I mean,
And I
those.
really don't like this whole, there are so many rules, but then there were no rules. That doesn't make any sense.
Those guys in suits felt like bullies, and that really grinds my gears.
It grinds my gears too. What does that mean? Oh,
We know what gears are, Lydia. It's a common metaphor.
Gears grinding, not good.
right.
Grinding gears is bad. You want well lubricated gears.
Well, yes, I would know that with my mechanical background, but
Yeah.
why are you saying it like in this sentence?
I am upset that they are bullying the other
What
people
does
in
that
the
have to do
town.
with gears?
What?
With gears?
It's a metaphor.
Doesn't make any sense.
You're hopeless. Poetry, Lydia. Poetry.
What about poetry? I don't really know much about it.
I can tell.
You write poetry, don't you?
It's really bad. But yes.
I have to explain the weird phrases and idioms.
It's a common phrase.
I have never heard that one before.
It's common in Boss. Just like illicit drugs.
The crystal
Good
berry.
to know.
I've never done any. I promise.
I wasn't asking, nor was I interested in the answer
Put
to
it in
that.
bread.
Anyway. Are we in, like, our bunk room? Okay,
Yeah.
so we would have seen Kriqit storming
Oh, yeah.
at this point. Kriqit, you did really good out there.
Are you upset? Don't hump me.
You saved that woman. That took a lot of guts.
Sounds like you did good.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in shortly behind, and
I walk out.
Am I back yet?
Did
No, it's
did
not
we
midnight.
say
Come
something?
on, full time. Oh,
Well,
right, midnight.
I will like, okay, I'll grab my bag and I will follow you, and I'll say, Kriqit.
You're not my mom.
Yes, true. I'm not trying to be.
Just leave me alone.
I need to talk to you privately.
Okay.
And wherever we can get Some kind of.
You can go outside of the. You can go inside to like the yard of the base.
And we're there. There's a reason that I need you to learn how to read. I wasn't trying to make you feel like I thought you were an idiot. I have a special mission for you, and I think that you're the only one smart enough to figure it out. I'll pull down my bag and I will pull out a book, one of the ones I grabbed when I left. I'll hand it to you.
I don't take it.
I'll take it.
No. I'll turn my back a little bit. It's not your fault.
Not my fault.
It's not your fault that I'm upset. I'm sorry I yelled at you.
I forgive you. Sometimes I do deserve to be yelled at.
No, you're pretty nice.
I think your brother would disagree.
Yeah, he likes to do that.
Well,
I didn't want to see someone die again.
like on the mountain.
Yeah. I didn't know what it was gonna be like. I guess I wasn't ready for it. Or whatever.
No, there's no reason you should have been ready for it. I know you're not 18.
Yes, I am.
There's so many things that you don't need to take, you shouldn't have to take responsibility for, and shouldn't have to have on your shoulders. And unfortunately, it is now. I know that can be hard.
I signed up for this.
You did. Sometimes we jump the gun.
Why do you want to save people? You always say that you're a bad person, but yet you save people.
Trying to level out the scales.
How do you level out at death?
Not sure I have an answer for that. Try your best to do whatever you think is right. Sometimes it feels like you have to do bad things to get to the right answer. And death is part of that.
I signed up to be part of the biggest, scariest group, yet out there was another group scarier than us, shooting at us. And we were all acting, well, not all of us, there was Rock and Lydia. Well, I guess Yannick too. I was scared. It doesn't matter what group, what group you're in. I don't know. Just
Doesn't matter where you come from or what your title is. Just matters what your actions are, right?
yeah, as long as you can kill first.
Sometimes. Yes.
Well, anyways, I'm sorry. Give you a big hug.
I'm like holding the book against my chest. I'm like,
Don't tell Rock I hugged you.
I
And then I
won't.
walk away.
no, please. No.
Still can't read.
Not today.
Can't read.
Not today.
Put it back in my bag. Another day.
I think we'll take a break.
All right.
Back.
Break.
Break. And we're back. You guys got that balanced.
Yeah, we did.
It's like a
The
weird.
bread's floating in
It's a
midair, guys.
bredicus, like the Pegasus, but with bread.
Bregicus. It's a Bregicus of
A
unicorns.
bregicus.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Back to the drama.
So, you guys are.
Yes, you need to continue with the story. Because what I'm about to say is stupid.
That's
Okay.
our regular.
All right, that's good. So there are some more days of patrol, and there are like no skirmishes whatsoever. Old City stays quiet. Not anything going down, at least from you can see. Kriqit, you're always the one nearest to there, for your the area that you patrol, and no screams, no gunfire, no explosions. On one of these days, as you are kind of standing out in the cold, as per usual, Richard walks by. You know, he comes and goes because he lives close. And he says, I am, wanted to tell you, Esmeralda's doing very good now.
Oh, good. I was worried for her. I'm glad you were there. You did good.
I was scared.
Yeah, me too. Those guys, they attack here often?
Not since I have lived here, no. I did not know what was happening.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty scary, you know. But yeah, glad we're all right.
I don't know if you have, if there are rules for you and your squad, but I was talking with Serena, and we were wondering if you and the rest would like to, after your patrol one night, come and have dinner with us.
Like my squad?
Mhm.
All of them?
Esmeralda wanted to thank you.
There's 5 of us, and Rock counts as like 3, so there's like 8 of us.
It's fine.
There's 6 of us.
Nope, there's 5. He said 5. He said 5. Don't metagame. He said 5.
Poor Oliver. He's forgetting Yannick, actually.
Let him go with 5. Let him go with 5.
There's Rock, there's Morphin, there's Lydia, there's Oliver, there's me.
Yep, that's everybody.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, does that work? That's so mean.
You too, Yannick.
It's okay.
You too.
If I don't know, are you allowed to do this?
Well, if gangs can run the street, we can run to your house, I guess.
Tell your squad tomorrow.
Should we bring anything? I have some pillows I can bring.
I think we're good, thank you.
Who's gonna eat the
Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. I'm glad she's okay.
You are quite the incredible person, you know this.
Quite a what?
Incredible person.
Incredible? What do you mean?
You helped her. That's a wonderful thing.
Why wouldn't I?
Not everybody would.
I did steal a car, though.
Yes, but it got taken back. It was a little worse for wear. Not by you. It was full of bullet holes. Have you ever thought, what happened if she would have died? What happened if you would have died?
I think it would have been worse if she would have died. Because then I would have had to see it. At least if I died, I wouldn't even know.
if you died, Kriqit, what do you think happens?
Well, Morford says that I would lose a lot of blood, and then eventually all my organs would stop working, and then I would, things would start to rot. What'd she say? Atrophy? Yeah, I mean, I'd probably get all pale. Yeah, did you know that when you lose a lot of blood, you just, like, lose all your color? Oh man, there's a certain like smell too. It's like
okay.
you'd expect it to be like salty, but it's sweet. You know, like it's like there's like a sweet aroma that blood has. So I'd probably smell like that. You know, and poop myself. That's what. Yeah.
Sure, your
Not wrong.
body would go through the process of death.
Mm-hmm.
What would happen to Kriqit?
I guess maybe get buried.
Oh. So,
Hopefully.
and then after that?
I don't know. Nothing. Never really thought about that.
Just cease to exist. Everybody forgets about you.
Well, yeah, that's why you shouldn't die, I guess.
Yes, but I will one day, and you will one day.
Well, yeah. We had a cat that died. Yeah, nothing else happened to it. It just died. Yeah. We did bury it, though.
But I don't think that nothing happens after you die.
Okay. What do you think happens so many times?
Do you know why I was willing? Well, not willing. You know I wasn't terrified to run and help that woman?
Are you into drugs?
No,
No, I don't know.
because after I die, I do not believe this is the end.
I mean, okay. What do you mean?
Well, after I die, I am going home.
Is that home was like down the block for you?
Temporary. That's a temporary home. On the other side of this life, I'm going to see everybody that I miss. I'm going to see the Savior who loves me. Life's worries gone. These death, terrible situations, forgotten. Forever at rest. In the presence of the Almighty.
The Almighty. I heard about him before. He's that real bright thing in the sky.
Richard looks up. He's there. But he's also here. Here.
I don't get it. Is this a joke?
No.
I don't know much about the Almighty, but I know I put two of my friends into a pit. And I don't know why. They got put in the pit because some called the scriptures. one of them had it and he was hiding it. And he got thrown into a pit for 3 days. Let me tell you. Or more.
I have friends who have suffered for this as well.
It doesn't sound like it doesn't sound too great to me, honestly.
Sure. From a outside looking in, that seems foolish. Kriqit, have you ever believed in something so much that you would die for it?
Well, I guess I was really willing to risk my own life to save Esmeralda. And I'm risking my life for Falstat. You know, Rock says that that Falstat's the Iron Fist, and that what else does he say?
Here to liberate.
We're
Hear Rock's voice in your head.
We're to liberate.
We're here to liberate.
We're here to
from
liberate
the
from the farthest east
to the farthest
west. That's what he says. And he usually knows what he's talking about.
Facts.
One day, Falstat will be gone.
Why? Why do you believe in a bright light in the sky? It's like it doesn't make sense. You think that this bright light in the sky, it lives inside of you and you'll live forever?
Have you reached 100 with your coin flips yet?
No. I've gotten to 26.
Yet, you and I have met. Out of everybody in the world. We saved that woman. We've become friends. You may call this random chance, but I call these things divine appointments. I believe that nothing happens by chance, but it is orchestrated by the Almighty.
But why? Why do you believe that? Every time I ask why, I don't get an answer. Why did the scriptures matter so much that it put people into the hole for 3 days? Or more? Why are people dying for it? I don't think anybody should die.
Well, I cannot change the fact that people die or don't die. That is in the Almighty's time. But I do believe that He loves us. And I do believe that He loves you. Kriqit, have you ever done anything that you would consider wrong.
I mean, maybe.
Have you lied?
I mean, a little.
Have you stolen?
I mean, like pillows.
Have you hated somebody?
Sometimes my brother, but I love him in the end.
The scriptures say if you've committed even one of these things, you are subject to the Almighty's wrath. You see that light up there? How bright it is.
I was told not to look at it for more than 3 seconds
It's probably a good idea.
or more.
Now imagine that light close, much closer than it is. Could you look at it?
No. I can't even look at it now. And when I blink, I can kind of see it.
The Almighty's light, His holiness, it is nature. All good things come from Him. He looks down on His creation, and He is saddened by the darkness, the lies, the anger, the violence. We cannot be in this light while we are in this darkness. And that gap between you and myself and that light out there is impossible for you and I to reach.
Yeah, I've actually been working on something. I'm not anywhere close yet, but You said it's creation?
Looks around. That tree, those birds, this young man.
I'm 18.
I said man. So, if some almighty being is out there and he loves us, why would he be angry with us?
Because of the pillows?
Because of what we've done wrong. But it's not us, really. It's the bad things we've done. We can't, it's logical. A being of holiness disdains the darkness. But as I said, this gap between us and that light, physically and from our own strength, could never reach it. Even with something you're working on. But the Almighty Incarnate came. The Almighty's only begotten Son became just like you and I, a man, a young man. And he lived a life worthy of that light. He never lied. He was not violent. He didn't steal pillows. And you know what we did to him?
put him on a cross, and we killed him. But then, after he took all of those wrong things we've done on himself, and that light from the Almighty was bearing down on him, and he felt the load of that wrath taking my place and yours. He was killed and buried, and we waited. Three days passed. At dawn, some of his followers went to his tomb. They found the stone in front removed, rolled away. There was a messenger sitting on the stone. It says he was not here. He is risen. He is alive. I did not know what this meant. He appeared to two women, two of his followers. They did not recognize him, and they were mourning because this man was so loving and so perfect, and we killed him. He revealed himself to them, and they rejoiced. And he showed himself to his other followers, and they rejoiced. The Almighty Son Yenua was alive. He would ascend back to his Father, up there. But before he went, he told his followers, go all through Terpand. Tell them what I have done. Tell them of my love. Tell them that if they want to get right with the Almighty, they need to believe on what I have done. I offer forgiveness and hope for these people. And then he went up. And they took that message of love and hope and forgiveness for a world. They went all throughout the ring, and they told everybody. Eventually, I heard it. I was at a low place in my life. I was a Falstat soldier. And I believed in the cause of Falstat. The power comes by force.
Did you ever kill anybody?
Yes. But I am forgiven for this. And I'm telling you, I will pray for you. Don't be too hard on yourself. We're all fallen creatures. Think on these things. And ask your squad to come to dinner. It's the least I can do.
Were you ever able to forgive yourself?
The Lord tells us to love our enemies. So yes.
I haven't killed anybody yet. I'm afraid to. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm afraid.
I can offer you no comfort in this. But what I do know is that you appreciate life.
Why would he create something like this?
People. Or what?
I never met my dad. But my mom told me that he wanted me to love people. That he wanted me to do great things. And I'm trying. But I don't know that I can.
All of our love is flawed. Because we are not perfect. But if you want to learn how to love, what it truly means.
He reaches into his coat pocket. He pulls out a little book, just this big. He hands it to you.
I don't know how to read.
Come through my house. During your patrols, we will read.
Okay. I will tell my friends. Thanks, Richard.
Thank you, Kriqit.
Bye. You guys.
Sorry. It likes to be weird sometimes.
Richard wants us to come over for dinner.
Who's Richard?
What happened to you?
What are you talking about? Are you
Looked like you just came home from school and they took your lunch and pulled your pants down.
What's to you?
I'm asking a question. What happened? Are you still upset about that?
I'm fine.
Well, okay. How was your
I'm
day?
sorry, did you just say we got invited to dinner?
By who?
Richard.
Who's Richard?
He's the man that.
He was in the car with me.
Yes.
So you met him during the shooting?
Before that, on patrol.
So he's your friend?
Is that a problem?
Just asking a question.
What's his Sylvia? Is that his wife's name?
Serena.
Yeah, him. He brought me soup one time, made by Serena.
Do you
That is
trust
awesome.
him?
Bread on bread, Brock.
Do you trust him? Is this guy?
Yeah.
Is he gonna kill us?
No, I don't think so.
I met him. He seemed innocuous enough.
Did he pull your pants down and make you cry?
Why
No,
is he inviting
no.
us to dinner?
Probably because people eat food. I don't know.
We have food.
I think it's
normal?
a very kind gesture.
Are we even allowed to leave the base for personal reasons?
Mobs are running the street.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Hey, I'm with you.
I mean, what better way to keep the peace than to get to know the local population?
So
Seems a
yeah,
bit suspicious.
but like,
don't you
let's
think?
back it up. Is this guy finding you?
Finding me?
I just did you seek him out or did he seek you out?
Well, at my post, he always walks by, and we talk a lot about things.
Not about anything you shouldn't be talking about.
Nope.
That wasn't convincing.
We talk
it's
about
great, Kriqit.
we talk about cars,
Mm-hmm.
and the bright light in the sky.
What?
Oh.
Really?
So you
How
talk about
good- how
theories
good-
of
how
the
good-
universe?
Yes.
That sounds great.
Yeah, he's pretty nice. He's cool.
Well, I would love to go. I'm sure it's better than the gruel we've been eating.
I mean, yeah, I'm all for a home cooked meal, but it sounds like this guy might be using you.
Why?
You think I'm
He just
usable?
well,
Is he-
That's a
maybe.
Is it so hard to assume your brother would have a friend?
Is it so hard to assume that there's untrustworthy people in the city of untrustworthy people?
Well, Morvid met him.
He seemed nice, and between the six of us,
I
think
trust
we'll be
you,
fine.
but did Helena seem nice as well? I'm just saying that people who have motives, and Kriqit could be a target. He could be trying to get information. Did he invite us or did you invite us? Did he invite you and then you invited us, or did he invite us?
He invited all of us. He asked me,
Okay.
my squad, and I
like
told him all 5 of us would go.
Why?
Okay, yeah.
There's 6 of
So-
us, Kriqit.
Yeah, I mean, I think,
There's
yeah, I do.
6 of
I
us.
agree. I think Oliver should stay and maybe cover for us in case anything happens.
Maybe you should stay.
I'm not letting him go into a stranger's house by himself.
Regardless,
I may
even
think
if
that
Are
he's
we
annoying,
even
but I'm
allowed
not
to
gonna let him
go,
get
even
killed.
if we wanted to?
I think Yannick makes a good point. He goes to the market. I don't go out, but like, if they're letting him go to the market, then I
You
think
guys
we
have
can.
been deviating from patrol?
My patrol goes through the market.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
Aren't you lucky?
Look,
There's a tavern.
Tuesdays are
regardless
kebab
of
day.
whether this
the
is
odds of me flipping this coin 100 times and it being heads every time
It's
is.
impossible.
Let me finish.
Who is this guy? Because this is the same thing that Cooper
let
was
him
into.
finish.
I mean,
And so we should go because of the odds.
so the sun and the flipping. You remember Cooper from the mines? You remember what they did to him?
I don't remember from the lines. No.
Well, let's just say that the tree that he used to read under, that's his tree now. 'Cause, like, that's where they put it.
I knew Cooper's tree. I didn't know the story behind it.
Yeah.
That's really dark.
I'm just saying that
I never wanted
those
to go to
things
Skull.
sort of line up
Sounds
with...
like a terrible place.
Rook,
I'm just looking out for the group here.
listen, even if it is...
Well, I'm gonna go.
I'm
You
gonna
guys
go.
can come if you want to.
Tonight or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Oh, alright.
When?
Remember?
I said it's tomorrow. I said no, tomorrow.
Even if it is some kind of trap, like they're seeking us out, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying, like, let's go in with our guards up.
I agree.
I'm slightly unarmed or disarmed because he invited all of us. I thought originally that he invited Kriqit and it was
I don't
a
know.
limited situation.
Inviting all of us makes it sound more suspicious.
He does.
I feel like it'd be more suspicious if he just invited him.
Well, if he's developed a friendship with Richard, you said his name was, then I mean that's one thing. But if he's trying to take out our unit, of course he would have us all in
That's
one
why
camp.
are we
Yeah.
special?
Yeah.
We're not that
I don't
special.
think that's what's going on.
Right.
I think you met a really nice man who just wants to treat us to dinner.
What's he like?
And if there's bread involved, I'm there.
There's bread.
He's nice.
What's he do?
I say we go just for the bread.
What's he do? He brings me food on the street.
No, like, what's he do?
Like professionally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Why don't you ask him?
How long have you known this guy?
We've only been here a week,
It's a little bit longer
a
now.
couple weeks now.
Have you known him all this time?
Some of it, he came out
Weeks
and
long.
talked to me after a couple days.
Okay.
Friend of foe, let's go to dinner. I'll ask Threshik. And I will go to our buddy Vlad and ask him if we can go
I'll go with her.
after dinner. After patrol.
Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
After patrol tomorrow.
Yeah, we do. Do you ask him?
Are we able to leave when we're not on patrol or training?
It is. I mean, after patrol days, it is technically a free time before. As long as you are back before the gates close.
At what time is that again?
9.
9, right. And usually back way before that.
Well, in bed.
I think we can make that happen. We'll make that happen. Thank you.
Don't tell the others. I don't need a headache.
Yes, sir.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
It's pretty late, I guess.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Cricket,
Yeah,
you never answered the question why you were crying.
I wasn't crying.
You looked like
Leave him alone,
I said,
Rob.
I'm allowed to ask my brother questions.
And I'm allowed to get some shut-eye without you yapping.
What did he say to you?
He didn't say anything that would make me cry.
You seemed upset when you came in earlier.
What did you know about Dad?
I don't see why that's important.
Well, if you're asking me why I'm crying, then that's the reason.
He was a miner, and he loved the mine, and he died in the mine.
What else?
I was 10. I was concerned with other things. I didn't think that I was on a ticking time clock with my father. He went to work. He came home from work late, and he went to bed. He wasn't overly involved in our lives. I mean, I know you were a baby, but
Are you mad at him?
for dying,
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything he could have done. If anything, I'm mad at Mom for keeping us in Skalt all that time.
I don't know if she could have done anything different.
We grew up in the shadow of a man we barely knew.
Why don't you tell him what you told me about your dad, what he liked, what he was good at?
He was a good miner.
I look at Yannick just like,
He liked the tools. A lot of the tools that you improved on, he made. But that was because he was a very good miner.
Okay.
Like the jackhammer. He made that.
It's a pretty good tool.
And the elevator system. The ones that you tried to make faster, that got the mines closed for 2 weeks.
Yeah, with that.
He made those.
Yeah, with the extra propulsion pulley system. Yeah.
Sure.
It was a good idea.
Sounds like a great idea.
I didn't try to set it back like 2 weeks, but you know, if it worked, we would have been ahead of schedule.
Yeah. And only one guy lost his legs.
He didn't like his legs anyway. He said that he liked the new legs that I made for him.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Sounds to me like he was a brilliant man.
Brilliant enough to live in Skull and have children in Skull and force them to live in Skull.
I'm sorry I had the bed.
I could have taken the bed.
Thank you for not taking the bed.
I just hated you too much to hear you whine about not having the bed.
You don't hate me.
I hate a lot of things about you. But sure, I don't hate you.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Lydia
How did you
snores.
fall asleep that quickly?
Airbending.
I don't like
Good
this
to-
look
We're
that
going
Nate
to
is
dinner.
giving. What is happening? Why are you looking at us like this?
Just deciding when we're looking. Okay. The following day.
We just want bread on bread.
March 10th.
Yes.
Yes.
What's your patrol thoughts right now?
The shootout happened on March 9th. It can't be March 10th.
Excuse
you're
me.
right. You're
yeah.
right. You're right.
Yes. So let me back up.
This is the 12th.
I'm getting my. So, let me back up because my dates are all confused in my head.
Please.
Yannick,
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
you wake up at midnight,
On which day?
March 12th,
Okay.
6:17 AC. You can leave the music on, Lydia.
Yeah, that's good.
You feel what awakes you is the pull of a little flame. You can feel the air kind of move around you, and you're kind of groggily look over. Oliver is kind of like sitting at the foot of his bed. He's got a lighter in his hand. And he's got a little, like pastry in front of him. And there's what appears to be a small little, like, makeshift candle in the pastry. And he lights it, And he like he just like rips a piece off and eats it and kind of sits there.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Sure.
Don't tell anyone.
Why?
There's plenty going on.
You're what, 19 now? Yannick winks at me.
He looks, gives a side eye back and forth.
It's obvious. Just like Kriqit. Where'd you get that pastry?
Oh, there's a really good bakery on my patrol.
Yeah? Good to know.
I don't remember the name.
Is it creme puff?
Yannick, I don't know what pastries are called.
Oh. Is it a puff pastry filled with cream?
I think so.
Then yes.
Okay.
At least that's what Dad called them.
It's really good. You want some?
No, I can't. It's yours. I'll get one myself later.
Feels kind of a waste to eat it myself.
No, it's your birthday.
Okay.
It's not very big.
I'm not very hungry.
Well, indulge. Live a little.
Okay.
I'm surprised though, because it's the first time I've been woken up just by someone lighting a candle.
Really?
Yeah. That's weird, but kind of cool.
Like you felt it.
Yeah, I felt a pull.
Wow.
Yeah. That's never happened before. I know I just said that. Well, happy birthday. And don't
Thanks.
worry, I won't tell anyone.
Thank you. I think Rock's present would be a punch to the gut, so
Oh, he would.
yeah.
Yeah, probably. Or worse. Huh. And Yannick is just really like, I mean, he's
Yeah, but understood.
paying attention to Oliver for sure, but just like, why did that wake me up?
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of like taking a moment to just breathe and kind of reach out to the room
Mm-hmm.
and see if there's anything else amiss.
You kind of take some time to focus on all of the elements around you. And you feel like you just feel more in tune than you have before.
Am I leveling up? I'm kidding.
You like the moisture in the air, things that are like now that you're kind of focusing, you're like kind of picking it out more and more.
Just be careful with that lighter. Very
Closes it.
potent. But good to know you have one.
It's part of the medical kit, really.
Oh. I wonder if Morbid has any extras. That could
Probably
be
ask
handy
her.
if I ever need fire in a pinch.
Mm-hmm.
You missed some crazy stuff the other day after you left.
Well, you guys were shooting people in the street, so yeah, I think it's pretty crazy.
I felt like at first I was afraid.
That you're
Because-
petrified.
I'm sorry.
The first thing that came to mind.
I hate that you said it. How dare you?
Are you staying alive?
But then, like, when I heard the explosion, I was afraid.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we got there, I just felt like, I don't know, it's like I was in the zone.
You've been training.
I think I was more afraid afterward.
I'll say that makes sense. Sure.
Like, what if they didn't stop?
Well,
I would have burned the whole block down. Or could have. I don't like fire.
well, it's got its bads, but it's got its good. Looks back at his candle.
Is it still burning?
No, he blew it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. One candle. I could have blown up a whole block if I concentrated on those gas lamps enough. They were all connected. I could feel it.
Okay, so just don't.
It's easy to do, or easy to say. But if I get riled up, what if I lose control?
Yeah,
What if the man puppeting my body rolls really high?
What?
Oh, that was a weird thought.
You're just a brain with a flesh-eating
Yeah.
bone, a robot neck.
Well,
Anyway,
I don't know, Bionic. I've never had that feeling. I mean,
it's so weird that you woke me up by lighting a candle. I mean, we always get told in school, you know, we're not heroes. Death is inevitable. But I feel... No. I'm not a hero, Oliver. I'm just really lucky. And I'm yeah. Someday I won't be. But I'm glad we at least have two of you medics to patch us up when things go bad.
one good one and one.
You're getting pretty good. You ran really fast. You've gotten a lot better at running.
We do a lot of it.
You were really bad at that in Decravos.
Okay, yeah, right. That's
Sorry.
okay.
I mean, no worse than anyone else. Well, you were better than Helena, but she was faking it. I don't know.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, brother.
I'm really tired.
Yeah, me too.
I hope that didn't happen yet. This is a flashback. Well, I'm gonna try and go back to sleep. But
I won't.
Yeah, don't light anything else on fire tonight.
No problem.
I'm glad you're my friend.
Me too.
Don't worry, I told Rock back at Decravos that if he ever did anything to really hurt you, I would pop his head like a melon.
That's really dark, Yannick.
The music stops.
but it's kind of cool.
I did not expect to be able to do it, but then the melon just was like dust. So who Who knows if it works with humans?
Wow.
Hopefully, it doesn't come to that with anyone, because that's really scary, and I don't want to do that. But it is a nice intimidation technique.
I'll say. Remind me not to get on your bad side.
It's intimidation technique to turn someone's head into dust.
No, the melon.
Oh. You just bring out.
Anyway, I'm lucid. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I need to sleep.
Good night, Yonik.
Good night.
The next day,
Woke up by a candle.
it's 9:15, guys. Do we go to this? Yeah? Okay.
She's looking at me.
I don't know. I'm
My
just...
answer is always yes.
Yes.
Okay.
When do we want it?
Are you guys good for right now? Okay.
We still have 15 viewers.
So you guys do another day of patrol. It is uneventful, thankfully.
On my patrol, I would like to get a bottle of whiskey for this
What's that?
dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to show up to this place empty-handed, so getting
Okay.
a bottle of whiskey for the dinner. That's all I do on my patrol.
Okay.
I had to deviate from my patrol to do that.
So wait, sorry. My calendar brain is failing us. How much time passed from the fight to being invited for dinner?
Fight would have been on the 9th.
Fight was the 9th.
Dinner is the 12th.
Dinner is the 12th. Dinner is the 13th. Wait. 12th of midnight was... Okay.
Yes, you got it.
Oliver's birthday is the 12th.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. On my patrol, I will also stop at a market and get something to bring along. Some baked goods of the confectionery variety.
Okay.
If they have chocolate croissants,
Croissant?
I'll bring chocolate croissants. We get paid.
We get paid.
We're not indentured.
Yeah.
Government work.
We have a little bit of pocket cash.
They pay the soldiers.
You didn't know this? You guys are getting paid? Patrol?
Guys getting food?
Barely.
Love it.
Because I don't think Kriqit mentioned Esmeralda in a head count, I'll get 8
Inviting random people to the
chocolate croissants.
Okay. Sounds good.
You just be a spy.
Is
And
it
that's
still
all.
really cold out?
Mm-hmm. Yep. As it mostly is in Prakstrania.
Vibes.
Yep.
It's north.
I'm gonna pull my jacket kind of over my face a little bit, and I'm going to go to
Turtles.
the post office and send a letter.
Okay.
I will send you the details of
Can
it.
we read
Sounds
the letter
good.
right now?
No.
In front of everybody?
You cannot.
Dawn.
Good.
She just goes.
Writing the letter in the chat.
Girl said not to contact anybody. There's no one left.
Oh yeah, no one left. Yeah. Ooh. Who's the letter to? There's no one left. Don't send my body anywhere. Wait.
You don't know.
We ready?
Maybe.
As you all arrive at the apartment building where the Wormans live.
This place is a
Mormons.
Dorman?
Wormand.
Wormans.
W-U-R-M-A-N-D.
Worman.
Vermont.
Vermont. Vermont.
Vitamin.
Yeah, that's about right.
Head up to the second floor and knock on the door.
Is this place a dump or nice?
Do we all kind of come
It's
at
not terrible,
different
no.
times?
It's
No
it's
rats.
no. But it's
Crumbling with drywall, crumbling plaster.
Are you in Falstat uniforms? You can be. It's up to you.
Yeah. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I am too. I just came straight from the patrol.
Okay. Knock on the door.
Yeah, I would be the only one probably in like street clothes.
Okay. You hear inside, it sounds to be like a baby cry. And you hear Richard yell, "One moment!" Some steps, and like a lot of activity inside. He opens the door, and he is there standing with there's a girl, probably you'd guess somewhere 5 to 7, like kind of like hiding kind of behind him. And he says, "Welcome, Kriqit. It's good to see you.
Hi, Richard.
Hello, everybody.
This is
Please,
Richard.
Hi, Richard.
come in, please." He kind of like shoos the girl back a little bit.
Bro, watch out. The girl might be a spy.
There's a sorry.
Cricket, you didn't mention there would be other people.
I thought you lived alone.
I didn't know, honestly.
Oh, I didn't get enough croissants.
It's okay.
They're pretty
Yannick,
big. We can cut them up.
They can have one. It's fine.
No, they're huge. We'll cut them up.
There's a so inside this, it's like
Sorry, there was a stink bug on me. That
flipped
was
out.
really scary. Oh my gosh.
Love it.
Wow.
Now we know what Sarah's afraid of.
Yeah.
Not so much fear as it is discomfort.
They're falling apart over there. So this sort of second floor apartment, it's not small by any means. Kind of like it's in one of these older buildings. So the ceilings are high. It's kind of like sort of that old looking kind of interior, built-in bookshelves, things like that.
Yannick is in heaven.
There's a large window that with like a desk that's up against the one side of this living room. The desk has like books and stacks of paper and things. And so there's like this large living space. There's like a door off, probably to a hallway or something. It's closed right now. And then off to your right is like a dining room and a kitchen. And there's a woman that's kind of coming out. She's wiping her hands off front on a towel. She's like, "Oh, wonderful. Welcome. I'm Serena." She's like, and then she kind of
Serena.
just throws the towel over her shoulder. And Richard yells, sorry, 2 seconds here. "Yosef! They're here! Yosef!" The door opens up, and there's a boy, probably somewhere between 12 and 14. And he's like, looks almost like the spitting image of his dad. Dark hair, kind of like bushy eyebrows. He's wearing one of those like newsy cap kind of things, but the ones that are like a little bit rounder. You know what I mean? I don't know what those are called, but any case. But he says, he like looks to all of you and finds you. He's like, "You are Kriqit, yes?"
Yes, young man.
So cute.
Hi, Yosef?
"Yes, Papa's told me so much about you."
Okay. What did he tell you?
That you were nice? Is that enough?
Yeah, I think so, anyway.
"Oh, this is my sister." He points to the little girl. I need to get names. 2 seconds. No.
Yosef and...
This is Ruth. Like a little girl, kind of like,
Hi.
her eyes are like big, and she's just kind of like looking at all of you.
I take my hat off.
And so you can hear like a baby crying, like in like a little bassinet over here too. And Serena, like after she finishes wiping her hands, goes and picks up. "This is Hannah." And it's just probably 5 months old, something like that. This little baby. And Richard says, "So we are waiting on Esmeralda. She's joining us tonight."
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Esmeralda's the girl that I saved.
Oh.
It hasn't gone to your head at all.
She wanted to thank you, all of you, for
Oh,
what you did.
that we saved.
That's
That
lovely.
we saved.
Was she just an innocent bystander?
Leaves on the block.
I'm gonna take my bottle of whiskey to Serena in the kitchen and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have to commandeer some glasses, ma'am. This is official business.
Absolutely.
Please.
She opens up and she gets, "Would you like me to pour?" Or?
Sure, do you have ice?
I come in to make sure Rock isn't messing with anything. Do you need help?
No. We're fine.
I
This is
can-
official
I
Falstat
was-
business. I'm commandeering some glasses.
Rock, I was talking to her about the bread that's about to burn in the oven.
She runs over, like, opens it up.
Somebody say bread!
Inside her computer.
It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you.
What do you need?
Plates. Can you set the table for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
I brought
And I start
croissants.
setting the table.
Oh, lovely.
I can pour the glasses.
Thank you.
There's nothing left.
We'll cut them in half. Maybe they did. I didn't know how many people there would be in your family.
It's very kind. Don't worry. Thank you.
I should have got a dozen.
I'm handing glasses out to everybody except for Kriqit.
There's a knock on the door.
Not like in a mean way, but just like a.
What are you expecting someone else?
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Oh.
Richard answers the door, and they, exchange pleasantries. She comes in.
I take my hat off and I stand up.
Kriqit, yes.
Are you okay?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
How's your leg?
It still hurts. But I can walk.
Wow.
It's crazy how much blood you lost.
You recovered pretty
Yes.
quickly.
Yeah, who sent
He
you?
leans in. Do you have Euphilanian relatives?
A few. Yes.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, who sent you?
What do you mean, Rob?
I'm just kidding. I needed the reaction. She's good.
My apologies for him.
He's very
I
paranoid.
don't understand the joke.
He has a sense of humor that not most people get.
We're looking for spies.
She sort of like plays along a little bit and like looks underneath like the sofa, like just kind of look down.
Yeah, and if you see them, we're allowed to flay them alive, so. It's another joke.
I'm in the kitchen just washing this woman's dishes.
Richard says, yes, please, make yourselves at home. Dinner looks over at Serena. It's ready. Dinner's ready. I'll help. So he goes and kind of sets things down on the table. He's, please, sit down. But eventually they all kind of gather, and they gotta find, they definitely don't have enough chairs at this dining room table, and it's really cramped as you guys sit down. They're pulling up random chairs from the living room, out of a hallway. Yosef kind of puts his chair next to yours and kind of sits down, and it's kind of crammed in just a little bit. Hi. I'm 14.
I'm 18.
Really so close in age.
Wow.
It's just that's the shocker.
Yeah. So eventually they all sit down, and Richard says, "Oh, do forgive me. We give thanks before we eat." So he bows his head. "Almighty, we thank you for this time and this food you provide. Bless it. And we pray this in your name. Amen." Please, eat!
It looks delicious. Is this a local cuisine?
Serena says, it's just what I know how to make.
Are you from here originally?
Yes.
Well then, yeah. Great. I've been going to the different food trucks in town, sampling all the things. Great food here.
Some of it is very heavy.
Very heavy, but in the best way.
That explains why you have
Joseph,
more
you
in
gonna
your
eat
cheeks.
that?
They use heavy cream here in a lot of things,
Joseph, you're gonna eat that?
and it's delicious.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Richard, you have a lot of books. Are you a teacher?
No. Well, of sorts. Yes.
Cryptic?
He's a rabbi.
I'm just joking.
What do you do? then, if
I
you're
am a
not
minister. Yes.
Okay. And you're from Prakstrania?
Mhm.
Your whole life?
Yes. I shared Kriqit. I was a soldier.
He was Falstat soldier. He killed people.
I know, I'm...
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so they would still, yeah. Yeah, you don't need to tell me that he killed people. That's not a great thing to share about somebody
Oh,
else.
sorry.
I
Sorry,
might have told you that in confidence, and now the whole table knows.
I'm sorry.
Especially at dinner.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So, minister doing killing people.
He was
Wow.
a soldier.
Soldier
I'm
first.
gonna let him answer. A way of prying information out
It
of him.
seemed obvious.
Soldier before.
And what made you drink the... Not cool.
Juice.
What made you drink the from the cup of the creator?
The basket.
Basket.
Don't you
I-
dare say Kool-Aid.
He found me.
Have you found it more difficult to do your job since Falstat's taken a tighter grip on the area?
Truthfully? Yes. But
Well, at least they're doing one thing right.
it's not against the law. At least not yet.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that you've found a way to make money off something that you love to do. You
I don't make money off of it.
said that's what you do.
Yes. But I also odd jobs. He looks over the bookshelves. I have some skill in carpentry.
Shelves are lovely.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, great work. So did you leave the military or were you kicked out?
I served my tour. And I decided not to continue.
So you hate Falstat?
No.
Not the Falstat people, but the government. What they stand for?
That's tight there.
Tiny Tim isn't.
Not trying to.
His son needs
Tiny Yusuf.
I cannot be angry.
Yes,
What?
I know
No,
you can't
no.
be angry at a person.
Let me finish. Why would I be angry with people who don't know the truth yet?
I'm not asking about the people.
I know.
My question was about what Falstat stands for, not about the people who follow their laws.
Falstat is the people. It's made up of hundreds and thousands. tens of thousands of people. You wouldn't have Falstat without them.
And those people make those rules.
You know, that's not what I'm asking. Falstat as a whole, they have a mission. I'm asking what he thinks
Give
of the
him, he's
mission.
straight out of boot camp.
I'm asking a question. I'm allowed to ask.
You're allowed to ask, but it is not appropriate dinner conversation. Clearly, you were not
He
taught
could say he's not
manners.
comfortable answering, and we could talk about something else.
It is fine. It is fine.
He seems like he's willing to share.
The phrase you use in Falstat, for the greater good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There are just different interpretations of what that means.
Our greater goods don't align, is what you're saying.
I don't believe that man can be good.
You don't think you're good?
No.
Can you do good?
I have the capacity to do good because of the Almighty. I was created in His image. And every act that I do not choose, every act that is not selfish, is because I believe in Noah. Every act that is selfish is when I act on what I want.
I think it's pretty selfish that my friend Cooper left his wife and kids to die because of your creator.
I cannot speak for this man.
You're saying, if the creator's all that, why couldn't he save him?
I don't have these answers. But I do know all of us deserve to die. So if Cooper did, it's still just.
Do you believe all death is just?
I believe if we are all sinful creatures, we all deserve to die. But I believe the Almighty cares about life. And that's why He gives it.
So why does He take it away?
So freely.
He doesn't take it away. The people take it away. You've seen it.
Why do some people die of disease?
Because
The world is broken.
if he existed, he would still need to control the people who follow him.
Let me ask you this question. Why do bad things happen to good people?
I don't know.
Ah, I can tell you why. Because it happened one time in history. One time, a good man was killed. I believe no one else is a good man. So, bad things happen to bad people. But despite these bad things that we bad people do, a good God still has grace and love for His creation. I'm sorry if you've lost someone. It does not. These words do not heal those hurts.
While it may not be illegal in Prakstrania to believe what you believe. We are not allowed to subscribe to those beliefs. So I would expect you to not want us to get killed, or worse.
This is your choice. Many people have died for it.
Too many.
I agree.
It's one thing we can agree on.
These croissants look good.
They are, aren't they?
Did you make them?
Banging croissant.
I did not. I bought them. Veronica made them.
Do you all like music?
I do. My sister's really good at the piano.
You have a sister?
Yosef.
Yeah, I do.
You never told us you had a sister.
You never asked.
I just thought that maybe you could have given us some advice. We clearly have some sibling troubles. Maybe you could.
I've never had a brother, so this is
You never
foreign
had a problem with
to
your
me.
sister?
No.
She was never reading a book that you wanted to read?
No, we had 2 copies of every
That's
book.
never
Don't
happened for
read the
us.
rock.
I'm trying to get on his level. The real
Yeah.
takeaway here is they had 2 copies of every book. That's crazy.
Yosef, would you play? Yes, Papa. He goes over to the piano, like an upright piano that's in on the side.
Oh, I know this song. Can I play bass? I'll do left hand, you do right.
Is your
Okay.
sister better?
Yes.
You play.
Hostile to everyone.
She got a scholarship. I did not.
No, I
See?
meant not better than you, better than
Oh, well, I mean, she's older than him. He'll get there.
about when he was trying to
He's-
put a child
So he starts playing, and it sounds all right. I mean, like
a savant.
he's doing pretty good. I mean, there's like one time where it's kind of like probably just a little slow.
Oh,
or
that was
kind of
my
like-
fault. Sorry, I wasn't taking your tempo. Yes.
I'm looking at the books as,
not my tempo.
yeah,
Yep.
as we walk around.
Okay.
Okay.
As we're listening.
Yeah.
I wanna look at the bookshelves.
A lot of now there's lots of classics, like lots of classic literature. Would Lydia know
Oh.
what, like, because he's got lots of like studies and commentaries and all of these things? Would she know what those are?
Maybe. I think she'd be intrigued by them.
Yeah, because there's lots of like, you know, commentary on this book, a commentary on this book, you know, and then like, and you can tell like as you're looking like the way like, yeah, that's a copy of. What she knows what the scriptures look like. Not really. So you wouldn't really know exactly, but 'cause that's also on the shelf. But then just like little knickknacks, things that the kids make and stuff too, kind of interspersed with all of the books. And then even like okay, this guy likes his fiction too.
I think I'll pull off one of the commentaries and just start reading it as
He's a
they're
Tolkien
playing.
fan.
Just to see it. Just to see it.
I see her doing that to the books, and I thinking, I'm gonna try to steal a book, but it's only if I find a specific book.
Okay,
Oh.
what are you
I'm
looking
gonna
for?
look for a book about Falstat's history, but I want to.
The secret.
I want to be looking at the names for not like for a non-Falstat name. Like I want to be looking for like an Adelian name.
Sure.
Read enough to be able to do this. He's working on it. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
progressing quite quickly.
He
thank
can
you.
write his
I have a
own name.
very good teacher.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There
My
is
personal rival.
a history of Parthas by George Hellerman.
Is that a Estefarian name?
That is a Adelian name.
It's still far.
Estefarian?
No, not Estefarian. What's the
Estelanian,
Estelanian? I
yeah.
mixed
Oh my
them.
gosh.
I mixed them. It's the Estefarians are just the Estelanians that
Ruffs.
Edifying.
Estafarians are.
Can I steal it?
You can try.
Yeah. That's what I figured. What am I doing here?
Are we standing at the same shelf?
Yeah.
Probably.
I wouldn't be trying to hide it from you.
Give me an alacrity check.
That's a 0. Just.
Yep. Take it.
Do I see him do it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Takes
no,
puts it in his coat.
Bring it back. I'll give it to Kriqit when I'm done with it.
You could just ask. I'm sure he doesn't be the type of person to just give it to you.
You think he's gonna miss one book? There's literally 2
We're playing with like a little baby.
Oh, you're playing with the baby.
And you can hear me laughing. And so come to Kriqit. I'm having fun.
Literally 2,000 books.
You better not do anything to hurt this family, or I will kill you myself.
You think I'm gonna hurt this family with a book?
Depends on what book it is.
You know this is a load of horse crock that he's feeding Kriqit.
Doesn't
He's trying to get him
matter.
killed.
They're a good
He's gonna get
family.
him killed. He's gonna get him all up on this train. He's
On
gonna
what?
drink. He's gonna drink the
On
juice.
what train,
Rock,
Point to
look,
the-
the baby's smiling.
Rock, do you not see that your brother is happy for the first
He's
time in
innocent.
months?
Yeah, he's in it.
Let him have this.
Do you want him to end up in the pit? You saw the pit. You want him in the pit? No. Neither do I. Which is
But
why
he
I
will
don't-
survive it, just like they did.
And for what? Is he
For
gonna
a
leave the
moment
Falstat?
of joy, of hope.
The only way.
He's allowed to make his own
The
choices.
only way that he could be involved in this and be happy is if he left the Falstat army.
Why does it matter? Why are you trying to ruin an innocent family?
I just don't want them to
You
spread
are
their...
the, let's just remember that you are the reason that Yannick and Oliver were in the pit in the first place.
Exactly. And I would do it again.
So you'd rather take down an entire
First
family
steps.
and your own brother?
This family's doing nothing wrong.
So why are you stealing their books?
I'm
just
just
juggling.
cloning it.
To
The
do
family's doing nothing wrong. But
do
if
what?
he convinces Kriqit to get onto his little religion train, Kriqit's going to die. Shot on sight.
So what does this
Maybe
have to do
these
with your
people
book?
won't be as gracious. This book is unrelated.
I don't believe you for a second, Rock, and we both know that.
The book has nothing to do with the scripture or anything like that. Ne'er I be caught dead.
If you turn in that book to anybody and you connect it to this family, I will make
I'm
your life
planning
hell.
on reading the book. And then I'm planning on returning the book. I'm not going to hit anybody with the book. Especially the baby.
If I find out that you use anything against this family or against Kriqit, I will make your life hell.
You're being crazy.
You were crazy first.
And I walk off to the kitchen and just start scrubbing more dishes. Angrily, like really like rage scrubbing.
Yosef, do you know any Euskalanian songs?
Yeah, maybe 2. Not well.
That's okay. Let me teach you one.
Okay,
Okay, you play this part.
okay. Kind of like coffees.
It's a good song.
Okay, now I am gonna do a second part, but I need to open the top. Is that okay?
Sure.
It's an upright, right?
Yeah.
So I open the top of the upright, and using air gathering, I play a counter melody on the strings.
Nice.
That
He's going to gather.
yeah,
Play.
does weird things, and it sounds really cool.
He's
And
manipulating the piano.
as you do this, Esmeralda looks.
It's an old favorite.
Yes, it is.
My grandma taught it to me, and my sister.
Please continue.
You look like you know it, Esmeralda.
My mother used to sing this song.
Could your mother move stuff with her mind?
I don't move it with my mind, Rob. That's not how it works.
You moving it with your hands?
No.
No use of the mind?
Yes. No. No.
Can you? I mean, with a name like Esmeralda, it sounds like you might be able to.
No,
It's a crazy name.
no, I do not have.
Beautiful name.
Thank you.
It is a very nice name. I mean, like, my mom's name is, like, something crazy I could forget. Like, Olga or something. Not quite as elegant as Esmeralda. So do you know any freaky hand people? It's a hand thing now, not a mind thing.
It's both.
That's
Rock.
right. I contributed it more to your mind, but we can go with hands. if you want.
I think great-grandfather?
Huh. Did you ever try?
No. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I mean, if you ever do, come find me. I'll get you connected with the right people. We can start using your gifts for good.
I
I
not
think
one.
she's okay.
Yeah, I think so.
In every hand is a hand in need.
You hear a dish break in the kitchen.
I'm reading the pamphlets. I'm reading the pamphlets. Every hand is a hand in need.
Oh my god.
Ay,
Sort of as the evening kind of winds down, Serena just says that it was wonderful to have you all here tonight. Sorry that if you have felt uncomfortable at all. She looks at Richard, who smiles too. She continues talking. We just tell the truth, at least. If you ever need another night off, let us know.
Thank you.
And guys gotta give your goodbyes.
I want to say something to Richard before we leave.
So you all kind of scoot out.
I say to Serena, I think I may have chipped one of the plates. I'm so sorry.
It's so
But the kitchen's clean.
I appreciate it very much.
Yes.
I'll see you tomorrow, Richard.
Yes,
It was lovely to meet you, Serena. Thank you.
you as well.
The bread was very good.
And Joseph. It's nice to meet you.
I'm glad we're friends, Kriqit.
I bend down to Ruth, and I just kind of like tuck her hair back and I go, bye. Do you say bye? I think you can. Bye. Okay. Bye.
I give Joseph something I've been working on. It's a spring-loaded ballpoint pen. You can click it.
Correct.
To
Kriqit invents the spring-loaded ballpoint pen.
And then it unclicks. Just so you don't get ink everywhere while you're writing.
So you don't get ink
We
in
should
your
call him
pants.
like the big pens. Like
I call it the Kriq pen.
Thank you.
I'm gone.
So turning it into the military where they could like use it and he gives it to a child.
I promise I won't break it.
It's okay if you do. I can fix it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. See you later.
See ya.
Runs down the steps.
You saying something, Richard?
Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course.
I care about my brother a lot.
Good.
And I know that you know that he... Sometimes his mouth moves faster than his brain. And if his head is filled with things that he's not allowed to know, he's going to get in trouble. And the day that he gets in trouble is the day that I come knocking on your door. And I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, I can say, first of all, I'm glad to know that you are looking out for your brother. And you can't understand this, and that's fine. This is Kriqit's decision on these things. But what I can tell you is that if Kriqit were to find the truth, and you killed me for it,
I never said kill.
praise the Almighty.
I guess that answers my next question. Earlier at dinner, you said that it wasn't illegal yet. I was gonna ask what are you gonna do when it is and Falstat comes knocking? You're just gonna let him kill your whole family? Seem like what your creator would want.
My creator told me to do and tell about the good news. And there are many people who don't like it. But this life is temporary. And they can take the life. I know where I will be. I know where my family will be. After this. Finally home.
Mm-hmm. For your sake, I hope they never come knocking. And I hope I never come knocking.
I wouldn't blame you if you had to.
Thank you for dinner. It was nice meeting you.
Enjoy the book. He closes the door.
I was gonna... I just bought...
I think we're gonna end there tonight.
Yay!
Thanks so much for joining us for this session. Welcome to the table. Sorry for the longer one. Just wanted to get through some stuff, but thank you for sticking around with us. And we will be back in 2 weeks for our next episode. T7 is when, guys?
Next
Thursday.
not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday.
And we'll try to get some heads up out if we're going to do a game night at some point as well.
Yeah.
Because that
We'll throw it in there.
might happen this week.
Yeah, maybe this Thursday.
Could happen this week, a game night. So we'll post that on our socials. But thank you for joining us. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the table. See you next time.
How can it be that as I roam, thy mercy follows me? Ne'er do I walk without thy grace, thy light abundant be. For great a sinner as am I, cannot thy will obey. But thou didst strike thy only Son, and made for me a way. In times of strife, when sorrows meet, and evil wins the day, I gaze upon thy heavenly seat, and darkness rolls away. Where can I go but to thy hand? It shields me in the fight. For all the days I walk this land, thou art my song at night. And when this heart shall beat its last, no more this air to breathe, thy call